Hello and welcome to Height of Anime, an anime podcast hosted by me, Lucas Mitchell.
And me, Baden Brown.
And on this week's episode, we have decided to watch, for our first one, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Which, honestly, the manga's good, so I was hoping this would be good. So Baden, what was your opinions on it?
Very cool. I'm very tired, okay? I liked Brotherhood. We tried watching the original version because at first we couldn't find a dub for Brotherhood. The original version was so much worse than Brotherhood. There's so much more filler, even in an episode, completely lore-filled.
It's kind of true. I mean, like, in the first episodes, it's not even lore-filled, it's just filler. It's almost like half of Naruto. Come at me, Naruto fans.
There's like 12 filler episodes in Naruto, alright?
There's 78 in just Naruto, the original one.
Yet so?
There's 200 episodes, mate.
Okay, shut up. shut up. Naruto is good and you know it. It's My Hero Academia. The whole show is filler, alright? There is no non-filler in My Hero Academia.
Okay. Well, let's move on from us hating each other. Let's move on to what we actually enjoyed this week, which was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, from what I've heard from your opinion.
Okay, basically, I'm just going to finish up what I was saying before. Like, one episode of Brotherhood is equivalent to, like, 3 of the original.
Completely true.
The first one was a prologue, where it just explained what happened, how this kid killed his brother and lost 2 of his limbs. And then,
sort of.
It's
more explained in episode 2.
Yeah. And then I also recommend you watch the episodes before you watch the podcast episode. Like, just go and watch the first 3 episodes of Brotherhood before you listen to this, or you're going to be so confused.
And also, you're going to be really pissed at us, because we're going to completely screw this over.
I know. Oh, God. Okay, so first episode goes over how Ed... Is it Ed?
Yeah, it's Ed.
It's Ed. Ed and Alphonse...
Just call him Al.
Al, their mum dies. They try... That's not funny.
Yeah, Ed and Al, their mum dies.
That's what happened.
Highlight of the characters, am I right, guys?
Oh, their parents did not have strong enough plot armor because their dad left and their mum just died of plague.
Well, was it really plague, or was it just that she got no cough, got no tickle there?
No, so her mum passes away. They try to bring her back using human alchemy, which is like the one thing you're not supposed to do. But you know, they're fucking children. They don't know that. They're like 7 years old.
They're 11 and 10.
Are they? No, yeah. When they first start trying to get her back, they're not 11 and 10 though.
Oh no, sorry. During the rehabilitation process, mind my grammar, it's terrible. That's 3 years from when they try and get her.
3 years for rehabilitation. That's crazy. This is freaking crazy, dude. Rehabilitation takes so long. Yeah, so that's basically the whole first episode. They go and live with their friend, who I don't think plays any part in the plot after that.
Winry?
Yeah.
Winry is like one of the most important characters.
Well, we don't see her for the next 3 episodes, so we can just forget about her and her grandma, who doesn't like people.
No, we don't need to forget about her. She's in episode 2.
Okay, yeah, for like 5 minutes. This is why we need a script.
The episodes are 24.
Just
the episodes are 24 minutes, mate.
It's
5 minutes makes a lot.
It's just us arguing over what the episode was.
That is what most podcasts are.
I know.
Alright, baby?
Yeah, okay. Look, let's just... Moving forward. Second episode.
We're 4 minutes in!
Yeah.
Can at least go into more detail.
Alright, first episode, they move in and stay with this tiny girl and her old grandma. The short jokes are plentiful.
That's the wrong episode.
Are plentiful and terrible. They are.
That's the wrong episode.
No, it's not. In episode 1, there's still a lot of short jokes.
Yeah, but they don't live with their grandma. They live with the military guy, the midget kid, and the wife that gets one line in the entire show.
No, they move in with the small girl and her grandmother.
That's episode 2.
That's not episode 2,
yes,
is it?
It is.
That's not episode 2.
Yeah, because...
I wasn't paying attention for long enough.
Your attention span is about as good as a tortoise's, mate.
Oh, it is! Oh, I'm so stupid. I just looked at my notes. The flashback is episode 2. I've been talking about the flashback this whole time. Oh, it was the wrong episode.
Who was telling you this the entire time?
You know what? Let's just play it out like episode 2 is episode 1 because it doesn't matter.
I mean, it does. Fine. If you can't explain episode 1, which we all know you haven't been able to, I'll explain it.
Okay, no, listen. Episode 2 is just talking about when they were small, foolish children, okay? That's all you need to know. That is all that matters. Moving backwards to episode 1.
So, episode 1 is solely based on the fact that someone's trying to blow up the entire military base using ice. It's like Frozone, but anime.
It's just anime.
It's if Frozone was a depressed emo kid without the black hair, no makeup or anything, who could use some special circles using chalk to produce loads and loads of ice, and then somehow he doesn't need them and can just control the river.
Yes.
Basically, it's Frozone if he didn't use his own piss.
What?
That's what Frozone uses.
I just want a water cup. I'm thirsty. I just want a water cup.
Hello guys, welcome back to The Incredibles Show, the show where we talk about The Incredibles. Today we're talking about Frozone.
No, in all serious though. So yeah, they chase after the ice alchemist. It's the one gag whenever they meet any new character is that they think Al is the Full Metal Alchemist because he is a guy made of armor. Very clever. I see what they did there. He's a man made of metal, so he's a Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, yeah. Oh, sorry. Is that not a good enough joke for you, Baden?
No.
It's not like it's going to be repeated in pretty much most episodes of the series.
It's not like this is supposed to be one of the best animes out there. Nope, reuse the same joke from episode 1 to episode 56.
In 2019 and 2020, it got highest rated anime of all time.
I'm so confused. How?
It gets so much better, with most anime.
It better get better.
Remember, Naruto's first episodes weren't great at all.
Oh god, Naruto's first 100 episodes weren't great at all.
I know! Let alone first 3, you know. Which is probably what we'd cover. He's gonna make me cover it. It's his favourite anime.
We also got to cover Dragon Ball as well. That one's not bad.
I've already watched Dragon Ball episodes 1 to 10.
I've already watched every single Dragon Ball, every single Dragon Ball Z. I watched all of the remake Kai.
What is wrong with you?
And I watched half of Super, but that just got boring because every episode was just Goku discovering a new form and then beating the shit out of aliens. Moving on.
So you tell me not to swear, right? And then you're the one that's swearing.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who's going to have to edit it out in 6 hours. So, yeah. Okay. Moving away from Naruto and Goku. We go back, Ice Elemental, trying to blow up the whole place with alchemy.
And then we meet Saitama with beard and curly hair.
If Saitama had the best facial hair I have ever seen on an anime character, and just muscles. Oh, his muscles. No, not like that.
Like, I'm able to tell this guy isn't straight.
Shut up. Shut up. So, well, you can just tell what I have in my notes right now is chiseled Saitama.
I think that kind of proves it, other than the fact that he can't punch through alien buildings. But let's not move on to One Punch Man because it's got major flaws that I don't want to delve into.
Plus the main character is bald, so, you know.
That's not a... You can't just... Well, we have a listener that's just bald. Everyone who's bald, just click off. Baden hates all of you.
You had me at what if we had a listener. Yeah. Hi, YouTube bots that they send on the first YouTube video you put up to make you feel better about yourself. Half of my subscribers on my regular channel are bot subs.
It's true. And half of your views are yourself.
No. Yes. Shush. This is fine. They even added in 2022 that you can't... It doesn't count towards your view count if you click on it yourself.
No! Baden's view count's so
My view count just plummeting.
Okay,
We
right.
are going so off topic. I love it.
I know. This is what you're meant to do as a podcaster.
Back to chiseled Saitama. So I saw him. I was like, great. This random dude with knuckle dusters and a sweet mustache. What's he gonna do? Yeah, it turns out he's just like all powerful with big hands.
The name Saitama kind of lives it up to it. He's incredibly strong.
What those hands do?
You can't make jokes like that!
I cut it out.
No, you don't need to.
It's fine. I meant punch ice. What were you on about?
do. I wonder what you're implying.
Punch ice, guys. He's too dirty.
If we've got Frozone, then we've also got Mr. Incredible. What are we gonna meet next? Jack! As I said, we are the Incredibles podcast.
I've only watched the first one.
No, the second one's trash. But
I am the
no.
Underminer. I am the miner. No.
I am the Underminer 69er.
Don't go into Scooby-Doo. There are so many obscure references. Oh my! If you get all of these references, hats off to you. I'm impressed.
So was I.
So basically, the whole episode is just them trying to take down the ice elemental who used his 5 circles like twice, and then somehow can his hands just work instead of circles.
And then he gets killed in one hit.
You don't need circles anymore. And then of course, One Punch Man and
One Sword Man. You know, basically, if you've watched One Punch Man, Wolf Fang, but he has swords.
I'm still in the dark over here.
You haven't watched One Punch Man?
No.
I'm making you watch One Punch Man at some
Great,
point,
we can do
guaranteed.
an episode on One Punch Man. So basically, yeah, he runs away. He gets cornered by Al and Ed. Al and Ed. Sorry. And they say, well, great, you're out of water. He's like, no, I have blood. Stabs Ed with a sword made out of his own blood. Almost passes out from lack of blood. And then tries to do it again on Swordman. And just dies because Swordman skewers him.
I mean, yeah. It's kind of obvious that Swordman is overpowered. Swordman, yeah, he's pretty overpowered. Do you think he's overpowered?
I like Swordman.
Why, though? Give me one good character trait.
He has sword.
Okay, fair enough. Good character trait.
Gotta write that one down, actually. I love that one.
Seriously?
Has sword.
No.
Good character.
Okay, well, that's pretty much the basics from episode 1. So now let's move on to episode 2, which you deemed pretty useless. I deem is very key.
Has sword. Good character.
Right, so
That's
episode
why
2.
I like Sasuke. Sorry, carry on.
So episode 2, it starts out with our characters as young children. Alphonse, aged 10, and Edward, aged 11. Edward is just really desperate because at the start we see him, Al, and his mum together, and then his mum just dies of like the Black Plague or something. I don't know. Who cares? She's not relevant for a while.
For a while.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, no, she's not the reason that Al no longer has a body or anything. She's not relevant to the story at all.
Hey, spoilers! Oh wait, this is.
What do you mean spoilers? It's a podcast about a show that we've asked them to watch already.
Yeah,
okay?
as a reminder, watch this before you listen to the episode. If you don't, you're an idiot. That's obvious.
No, watch the episode before you listen to this, surely.
Yeah, watch those episodes before you listen to this episode.
Yeah, or you're going to be very confused.
Because we're terrible at explaining things.
Yeah, anyway, so Sword Guy finished him off. Moving on to episode 2, like Lucas said, Mama dies, and they get super depressed about it.
Where's your mama gone?
Said, where's your mama gone? We have to cut that out.
No, we can't cut that out.
I have to cut that out.
No.
Okay, so, yeah.
Mum dies. So then they decide that they'll try and bring her back.
Over the course of 3 years, they get an alchemy teacher. They do everything. This is where the episode takes like a weird twist away from the original. They go into way more detail about what happens after his brother and mother are gone. What?
I mean, it's kind of important because in the first one, right, they just say that Alphonse was trying to help and died, and that his mum just died. Like, she just collapsed on the floor.
Yeah, it gives no
She went
story.
into cardiac arrest, guys. Don't worry. The police.
What do you mean, don't worry?
It's fine. Don't call an ambulance. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Oh my god. So yeah, the scenes from the second episode hit hard. He sat there crying with one leg about how his brother's gone and he's the only thing he has left in the world. The original, they both just disappear and then it cuts to him like walking in a desert with Alfonso just sinking because he's too heavy.
Yep. And then, so yeah, he sees God. He has the power of God and anime on his side now.
Oh.
So yeah, that's really good. And then, yeah, he wakes up. Alphonse is just a pile of clothes, so he hangs those up.
To dry.
Yeah.
Because they're drenched in blood.
He looks in the middle, and there's something that slightly resembles a human, but also looks as if you crossed a spider with a human. Hey, it's Spider reincarnate.
It's Spider-Man. It's Miles Morales. I have to cut that out.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's go.
It's Spider-Man Miles Morales because they're completely irrelevant. It's true though.
You're the worst Spider-Man.
Anyway, we move on from Spider Lady and to
so basically, Lucas brushed over this a little bit. I thought it was really cool. So it cuts to him in this almost spirit world with this weird lady who's also not a lady, who is everything and anything, and you. That's what she says. Then basically all of the knowledge in the universe about alchemy is transferred into Ed's mind. Not Al's. He still just loses his body and is not good at alchemy because, yeah.
That's because I can explain this right.
Go
so
for it.
when he's falling down the thing, Al thinks of his mother.
Yeah.
No, not Al. Ed.
Yes.
Ed thinks of his mother. Al doesn't do that. He thinks of Ed, and it makes him fail because what they were aiming to bring back was their mum, not Ed. So Alphonse loses his entire body. So the reason that happened is Alphonse committed the deadliest sin without the prior knowledge, whilst with Edward he knew what he was getting into, and he knew who he was doing it for. So it kind of leads on to a more relevant, and also shows how the brothers are different, which is good. It shows contrasting characters.
I didn't understand any of that. I hope you guys did. Yeah, basically, Ed becomes like super powerful alchemist, which we see later in the episode that Al didn't get. He no longer needs a floor circle to summon stuff.
He just goes like Shazam!
He just goes, pulls apart his hands, and now there's a spear there. Yeah, pretty sick.
It is pretty good. Also, the attention to detail of the animation, we haven't mentioned this at all. It's bloody good.
It's amazing.
Genuinely so good. It deserves what it's got.
Okay, yeah. I'll be honest, the animation is great. The story is pretty good. I just love the scene where he's lying without an arm and a leg. Favorite moment of the episode right there. The best moment of the episode.
So Baden is into child murder, by the way, as if you couldn't tell enough. No wonder you have a 7-year-old brother.
Okay, no. No. Not for long. No, cut, get rid of that. We can't put that in there.
We can't put that in there.
But I'm going to anyway. Is that all of episode 2? I don't think much else happens.
Yeah, it does. So they go and live with their granny, who's not really their granny, it's just an old drinking buddy of their dad. And Winry, who, by the way, Ed mega simps for, even though she's like a sister to him. So may I just say, sweet home Alabama.
Stop. Oh my days.
So, yeah. They live there for a couple of years until they, like, get bodies back, and then Ed goes through rehabilitation.
Sorry.
Rehabilitation.
Did I enter rehabilitation? Ouch!
He goes through rehabilitation, and
basically, soldiers come and try and recruit him because he good alchemist. They go into his basement and see that he tried to summon, his mum back, which is not good. Mm-hmm. So they offer him...
moonwalk out of there like Michael Jackson.
That is the worst moonwalk I've ever seen.
Oh, thank goodness nobody else can see it.
Jesus Christ. Thank God this is not a vlog. Okay. Yeah. Eventually, Ed comes round, and they assign him the code name, Full Metal Alchemist, which is, they also give him an arm and a leg, just brushing over that. They also just give him free arm and leg, which is very cool.
No. Pinico does. Their granny. They make the arms and legs for the people that fought in the Civil War.
Oh.
We'll get into that more later.
Yeah, lucky they're friends with them. Otherwise, Ed would have no limbs. Other than one arm
He'd
and one leg.
He'd be a cripple.
Yes.
Alphonse would literally have to push him around in a wheelchair.
A Full Metal Alchemist.
Also, the Full Metal Alchemist isn't the guy in a massive chain suit, because guess what? You need to not be able to use a transmutation circle to be a state alchemist.
Yeah.
Except some of the state alchemists still use them.
Also, it's not like Ed gained any of his powers through hard work. He has the same powers as Alphonse before they try and bring their mum back. He just randomly obtains very cool, very overpowered powers. Alphonse doesn't. He just loses his body.
So he's just Naruto.
Yes.
He just gets them out of nowhere. Like,
Ed just has the 9 tails in him. It's fine. We'll brush over that. It's not plot relevant, don't worry.
It's totally not like it's the entire focus of the show.
Nope.
No, I'll admit the way that Alphonse and Ed's are different is not very well explained.
Yeah.
That's one of my few critiques, because this show is bloody good, and if you haven't already, watch it now. You already had spoilers for the first 2 episodes, but it gets better. There's only 64, you know?
Yeah, the one thing I'm kind of sad about, we watched through the original.
Don't you dare!
And they had this guy as a side character who looked exactly like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I knew you were going to mention him!
And they removed him. He's not in the remake. And the whole scene is there, and every character looks the same. He's just missing.
Thank flipping God!
He was
all
so
you did last
good.
time was go on, oh look, it's Dwayne! Who gives one?
That's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Ooh.
Sorry, Stitch.
Yeah, celebrity. He's more important than the Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, well, we've moved on to episode 3 and coincidentally. So they
Yep.
go on their first little adventure looking for the Philosopher's Stone so Alphonse can become another little boy. I'm a real boy!
Don't laugh at your own joke.
I laughed at your
Is
reaction.
that a Pinocchio reference in
Yeah!
there?
It's
How
a
many are there? I'm going to have to get a reference counter for this episode.
You know what? No, I'm not going to make you do that because that's slave work pretty much. But
So, basically, they go to a village town. They smash this old dude. It's radio. I said radio. I just stuttered. Stop. The recording's
that's
going
not
to
the
be
sort
so
of thing
loud.
you stutter on.
It was an accident. Okay, let me try that again. They smash this old guy's radio, and then Alphonse fixes it using alchemy. They think he's a sun god. Then they explain that they're the brothers, because I can't remember their surname.
It's Father Cornello.
No, they're the brothers. You know, what's their brothers?
Oh, Elric brothers. Yeah.
Elric, that's
Sorry,
it.
it's
Don't know
Rick
how
and
you
Mike
remember
now.
this. That they're the Elric brothers, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're the Full Metal Alchemist," which is a joke that definitely isn't repeated, and I definitely haven't talked about already,
Mainly because they're talking to Alphonse.
and definitely isn't in every single episode ever. It's slightly annoying, and overused. Anyway,
I mean, it's a good joke at the start. Believe me, that's a small critique. It's an annoying joke.
you know what? The small jokes are good at the start, and then when there's like at least 2 every 5 minutes, they slightly get
There's one
annoying.
joke that doesn't get old, and it's the short jokes. And I know full well, from experience, from being under average height, that short jokes are funny, except when they're against you.
Yep. Poor Ed. How tall is Ed?
Ed's 5 foot.
He's 5 foot at 15.
Dude, I'm 14 and I'm 1 inch taller than him.
You're 5'1".
Shut up! You're not. It's not like you're like 6 foot. Too.
I'm literally a whole foot taller than you.
We knew. Okay, we don't need to go into this. Remember, we're here to talk about anime, not to shame me
Wait,
about
are
my
you
height.
4'1" or 5'1"?
5'1".
Okay.
Do you actually think I'm 5'1"?
I'm just checking.
Do you think I'm like a garden gnome?
Yes. Like 6 inches tall.
6 inches.
That's how tall a garden gnome
Dude, that's
is.
an average size.
Can you not? The more editing I have to do, the longer this is gonna take.
Oh god. Anyway, moving back on. So they hear about this Father Cornello. Very cool dude. Totally not gonna try and make them become like his slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we mention that this guy, he's a
He's a murderer.
yeah.
And entraps people as slaves, making them believe that he can bring them back to life after they die.
He's also a dictator, just completely.
Yeah. So basically, they go after this guy because they believe, after
can't
seeing
make
his
that
miracles, that he's holding the Philosopher's Stone. which we find out at the end of the episode, it's a fake. It doesn't matter. But
It's not relevant.
he's not relevant. He's only relevant for this one episode.
I mean, it's a good episode. It shows what Ed can do in the field.
It is a good episode. But basically, they chase after him. He sets a chimera on him, which I just want to say the only reason he survived against the chimera
It's because Metal Boy.
is because the chimera bit his metal limbs.
Also, Alphonse is just stood there. Like,
Yeah.
what?
He just stands there and watches the whole fight.
Another critique. The woman shoots the guy in the metal armor, not the little kid unable to defend himself at this point in time.
Yeah, because they think Al is the Full Metal Alchemist. Which
I
makes
wonder why.
not made of metal.
It's a good use of the joke. It is a good use of the joke for that bit.
I know. I just hate this joke so much.
I like it. I
So
think
yeah,
it's good.
if the chimera had gone for either of his other limbs, he would be dead, and the show would be 3 episodes long.
Some people would say that that's a good thing. I disagree heavily. It's a really good show.
Yeah, so he basically promptly beats the crap out of these mutant animals, then goes up to Father Cornello, who just whips out a Gatling gun as one of his arms now.
No, he doesn't do that. He gets his staff right and just goes, boom, Gatling gun, and then he just makes a wall. Like not Cornello, just Al and Ed. They just go, heh, Fortnite now. Whoosh.
They just earthbend them up a wall real quick so that they don't get fired by a gun.
Hey, this isn't Avatar. Where are we? We're not benders.
And the whole time, he's trying to convince his little manservant slave that, oh, it's alright because he can bring people back from the dead, despite critiquing Ed and Al for trying to bring people back from the dead.
He's a hypocrite, obviously.
I don't-
Also, she looks like Sakura. She's useless.
She is. I don't
All she
like
does
her.
is cry and moan about her fiance. Get over it. Nobody cares.
There's this scene that I actually miss from the original, where Cornelius tries to bring her boyfriend back, but made out of birds.
And also, the best scene in the original one is that they're doing the same thing with Cornello and stuff. So they are talking about trying to bring back their dead mum, right? And they say, all we did was try and bring back our mum. And Cornello says, but you failed! Which is just... No, that's really insensitive. You may be, like, complete and utter psychopath, but you don't say that to them.
You don't say that
What
to
would
the
you do
kid
if
who
I
lost...
came up and shot your mum?
It's okay, chill out. You don't say that to the kid who has no body, and then his brother who's missing an arm and a leg.
And mum and a dad. Dad ran away, obviously.
And
This
is,
is
al-
anime.
and is
Calm
also
down.
more powerful than you, and about to beat the hell out of you.
Right, one question, Baden.
Go for it.
Name an anime protagonist that has a dad.
Naruto?
Naruto doesn't count. His dad's relevant for one episode.
Yeah, but...
And his dad literally is only seen for a few minutes.
Yeah, but in Shippuden, then his dad becomes way more...
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah?
Okay, someone not Naruto.
Can it be someone who's in Naruto?
No.
Okay,
Protagonist, I said.
Goku has a dad. He finds Bardock later on in the series.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Those are like the only 2 other animes that I watch.
I can't name any dads other than maybe... In fact, no, it doesn't even count. I was about to call All Might Deku's dad, and then I realised...
Yes, All Might is Deku's father. Look at the resemblance.
I mean, people do ship All Might with his mum, which is just...
Just stop.
He got their magnum dog.
Stop!
You know?
Please. I'm going to have to do so much work. This episode is not going to be out for like at least a month now.
Really?
Yes, that's a lot of editing.
Well, that sounds fun.
It will be fun.
So we move on to a tiny bit more plot. There's only a little bit left. I guarantee you only about 10 more minutes of your time.
By the way,
Just
if
kidding.
you want more comedy, I think the original show has a lot better jokes, even if they're a bit weird. Like the whole bird boy scene was just completely cut out because of how weird it was. You should watch it. That's the only reason
It's
to watch
episode,
the first
episode
three.
2. Just watch that one. It's in episode 2.
Just watch episode 2 of the original. Very cool. Very, very good.
Anyway, moving
Love it.
on. So, basically, with this last part of it, Alphonse gets a bell, and, yeah, just casually grabs a bell. Rose doesn't try to stop him, and then he hooks it up to the radio station, somehow, and, alchemy, yeah. radios.
Yeah, he just turns a bell into a giant speaker because he can.
Bluetooth mode connected.
Speakers connected. No.
Anyway,
So basically, Ed tricks Cornello into admitting that he's a complete fraud and using his people to try and overthrow the
It
world.
wasn't particularly hard.
Yeah. He's just like, so, right, you're a fraud, right? He's just like, yeah, so, get over it. Aren't you?
So then he
Don't you have fake rings of power that you use to deceive your people to send them into war and overthrow people? Because they think they have a second life because I can bring them back to life despite saying that bringing people back to life using alchemy is a mistake?
Oh. Well, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, he tries that, right? And then he becomes about as big as a bear because he's like, oh, why did you do that, you dumb
Yeah, he just swells up, goes big, gets mechanical arm, tries
throws
to...
one punch, by the way,
Yeah.
and he misses, and then he has a statue of Leto, the big massive godman thing. And so Ed is like, hey, God, go crush. So he transmutes the god's arm and just smacks Cornello.
And now Cornello is small again.
Yep, one hit.
As soon as a Philosopher's Stone breaks, Ed realizes it's a fake and tells Cornello to get lost before he beats the living shit out of him. And he does, and runs away to this mysterious lady who will play a point in the plot. Lucas, don't spoil it, because they don't want spoilers for later episodes.
Well,
who
yeah,
basically
only
just
thing
skewers
is-
him.
Yeah, she literally skewers him and then he gets eaten, and that's the end of the episode.
That's the end of 3 episodes.
It only took half an hour.
It took half an hour.
I mean, in our first version, which is deleted,
It took 10 minutes.
it took 10 minutes to cover 2 of the original episodes, just to show you how much more content is in this one.
And
in
how
little time.
And how much better we are now.
Yeah.
Most of this is getting cut out though, so it'll be like 5 minutes long when I finish
It
editing.
won't be 5 minutes long,
You say a lot of dodgy stuff, Lucas.
I will admit. So, final thing, Baden. Your opinions.
Well, wait, no. Okay, opinions. I thought it was good, but we gotta go through the best moment again.
Okay, best moment. That's what we're going to do as a weekly thing. Best moment was probably
Wait.
when the child murder happened. When Alphonse disappeared and their mum was just...
So I'm gonna say collectively over the 3. If it was the original, it would definitely be the But You Failed, which you should also watch episode 2 of the original for. I'm not gonna go into that because it's gonna be very confusing. It hit me right in the feels. The scene where Alphonse is just disappears, and you cut to Ed's leg just gone, dripping blood on the floor. Like, what have I done? What have I done?
So we both just like the child murder.
Was that the scene you're on about?
Yeah, I liked the child murder as well. And also, I liked where their mum was just like, hello, I am Bone Spider Woman. Okay.
I think
right.
a close runner-up had to be the scene where he was gaining like infinite knowledge from this random fluff ball. Don't ask.
It's the incarnate of Earth, God, and anime, which means that it's probably not that good.
Otherwise known as Cornello, the incarnate of God.
He's got the power of God and anime on his side.
So,
Okay, right.
So, I thought we were both going to pick something different and then we could have a discussion. Next time we should definitely both pick a different moment.
Okay.
It was just so sick. A moment from episode 2. I loved it so much. I definitely rewatch it. This is good anime. Don't know if we'll be doing Full Metal Alchemist again next episode. Maybe
Probably
we'll.
not.
Maybe we won't. Who knows?
So, Baden, I have one last question for you.
Yes?
What anime do you want us to watch next week?
I have no idea. As long as we don't have to record next week, I am happy.
Um,
No, I'm joking. I don't know. Maybe I'm
do
down.
something you like.
Honestly, I'm down to do more Full Metal Alchemist. Maybe something like One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto, any of the popular animes. I'm down to watch a couple episodes of.
Okay, right. I have 3 animes
Go
that
for
you
it.
can choose from.
Don't.
We have.
Wait. First,
Then none of
ground
them are in
rules. No, not that weird video game one
I
about the
promise
girl
you.
who cuts the code. Yeah, and no My Hero Academia. Now give me the
Okay,
list.
so you have the choice of
Yes.
Bleach,
Oh, I'd actually like to watch Bleach. Yeah.
One Piece,
Yeah, I'm down for One Piece as well.
or High School DxD.
High School DxD. No, I'm joking. I'd say probably Bleach, but One Piece is a good option as well.
Okay, So, next week we'll be covering one of those 3. I'm just kidding, one of those 2, because
Bleach does not really count, does it? It's not much of an anime.
But in all seriousness, though, don't watch High School DxD.
Because I'm going to get there first.
Okay, well on that note, thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed this. If you would like to listen to more, just check out our
smash
other
subscribe
videos.
button now. The other videos, this is the first one.
Yes, but
there will be other ones, it's fine. Smash subscribe and like button now unless you're listening to this on some other website we uploaded it on, and then share with all of your weeby little friends. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
And last but not least, thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Bye bye.